Hey, shalom, shalom. Yabashima Shai Barakakadas Brakatham. Call all Yabashima Shai. Yeah, man. Beautiful times we in, man. Beautiful times. We just got breaking news. Chile had a forest fire. Okay. Let's see here. It says Chile fires kills at least 18 as firefighters battle extreme heat and winds. All right. And the main reason why this is a beautiful thing, we're not searching for death. All right. We're searching for a transition. All right. And along that transition, there's prophecy that has to be manifest. It's like it's speaking to manifest. So I got that phlegm, man. That shit going on, man. But Lord providing, so be all right. So I want to get into 2nd Ezra 9, man. One of my favorite scriptures to bring out in these times, favorite chapters. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. All right. How do we measure it? By the prophecies that come to pass. All right. It says wars, rumors of world wars, earthquakes in diverse places, storms and tempests, flames and fuel of fire. But the ultimate flame and fuel of fire is talking about the thermonuclear missiles that is going to be the climax of the Third World War. Okay. And that's all these things that point and hint towards it. We rejoice because we're getting closer to what? The kingdom of heaven, New Jerusalem coming down. Okay. So the more that gets fulfilled, the more we get to the end. All right. So it says, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. See, so once we see these prophecies come to pass, then the wait is over. All right. So anybody that really have a problem with prophecies coming to pass, just saying it straight up, you don't want to get out of here, man. All right, because that's what the Lord said that's got to happen. And if you're resisting that, then you're resisting his will, which makes you antichrist. All right, because you're going against the Lord's will. All right, that's what it means to be against the anointed or against the anointed himself. All right, because the elect are the anointed, and then the ultimate anointed would be Yahweh Shai. All right, he's the only begotten spirit. Okay, pursuant to Hebrews. All right, but getting back to it, in verse 3 it says, therefore, when there shall be seen what earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So everything is already written. Everything. That's why we rejoice, because these times, like the Lord made the worlds, plural, going to times. All right. From Stone Age, the Industrial Age, things like that. The Lord created these areas in time frames, and things are supposed to happen in these time frames, and we're just really waiting, and being on the watchtower, waiting for the prophecies to come to pass, so that way we can go and run and tell and report it, so we can warn the people, so they can be prepared for what's coming down the pipe. All right. Because the Lord's will ultimately will be done, and his will is ultimately going to provide clarity and peace to the world. All right, the way that we know the knowledge of good and evil. All right, we have the ability to judge. Okay, many things like that, man. But at the end of the day, there's a path. There's a movie that has to be played out. Okay, in verse 4, 2nd Ezra 9:4 says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the beginning that were before thee, even from spake of those things from those days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. All right, just like when you're watching a movie, you'll know when the end is exactly, but you can tell by the climax of the movie how close you are to the ending. Okay, and via prophecy, we're getting to that point. Like we know that the good guys are going to win. So once you start seeing certain things, you're going to say, okay, yeah, we're getting close to that area. And even if the good guys are losing, we know the good guys are going to win at the end, and that goes through our affliction. Just, because we see all this, what does it mean for Israel? I remember someone asked that, you know what I'm saying, not knowing if it was a genuine question or them trying to like, push our incredulity, because Jake be wanting you to teach about good tidings all the time, so when we're reporting on woes, okay, lamentation and woe, which is what we're supposed to be reporting on, some Jake, I assume that they get butthurt because they like it on the side, but the point is that we're warning people so that you can examine yourself, make sure that you're in the right position spiritually as a young one, you know what I'm saying, or as a person within this walk, and then, ensuring that you're doing things and pushing and operating in the right agenda and being properly prepared, okay? And so, that's the prophet's ultimate goal. You do what you want with the information we report. If you believe in the Lord like we believe in the Lord, that means you will pray. That means, as the scripture said, knowing that heaven and earth shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? There you go. Knowing when you hear a prophet tell you something and you go on the news and you see it and they link it up with scriptures, all right, that's what our job is, to give sense to the matter. All right, we give sense to the matter, and you're supposed to then put forth action based off your belief in what was told. And if you believe that the Lord's coming, that's enough to keep order. Okay, if you repentant and you believe in the Bible, that's enough for you to be obligated to keep order. Okay, which we all are obligated regardless. But what I'm talking about is that don't be a dog returning to his own vomit, trying to play like put yourself in a bubble that you don't have to pay attention to these prophecies. All right, try to be an American Israelite, trying to be a family man. All right, a business owner, school, try to open up schools, try to do a greater good for the nation, and not go according to the Lord's will. But you think what you're doing is would suffice. All right, ain't no different from Cain and Abel's sacrifice. You can't sacrifice what you want. You got to put up the saviors that the Lord wants, and He wants us to hit them highways. He wants to preach the gospel. He wants to profess the name of Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. Okay, put it on a high hill. Put that light on the hill. He wants to. What it says is the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. The spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. So we're supposed to be talking about this MOTB. We're supposed to be talking about the famine, concentration camps, the Third World War. We're supposed to be talking about these things. All right, that's what we're obligated and called to do. So with that being said, we give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Ruach HaKodash, double honor to our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. Shalom.